Ladies and gentlemen, Tarnation TV is live tonight on a Friday evening here at the Primetime Racing League at Primetime Superspeedway in Austell, Georgia. This is the playoff rounds. All the drivers, the top 16 drivers have been reset in points to 500 even. You'll see our points screen will scroll here in a minute. And we just keep collecting points. 3 straight weeks of playoff races. So join us for the next 3 weeks on Friday night. See what happens. They collect points, and at the end of the third race, whoever has the most points wins the championship. It is that simple. My name is Blaine Donlan, joined this evening by Andrew Miller.
Thanks for having me, Blaine, and I'm excited for this one. You always kind of love some super speedway racing, especially with some of the best in the business at doing it here at Primetime. Same track that these guys run pretty much week in, week out. So they know a thing or two of what they're doing. CTS Physics is going to create some awesome runs. I mean, you and I have certainly called our fair share of these races, and I am stoked to be up here doing this with you and to be a part of Tarnation TV again. It's been a hot minute, so seriously.
Yeah, and anytime I was able to, I mean, you do Hobo full time and they operate on Tuesdays, which is the same thing with Maverick. So every once in a while there's an off week, I'm able to pop in there too. But yeah, if you guys want to check out Andrew's channel, don't hesitate to go to youtube.com/@TopDragster2117.
Yeah, 2117. I don't know where that came from.
I was going to ask, so I guess I got my answer already.
YouTube just randomly assigned me an @ handle, and it put 2117 at the end of it. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Nice.
I guess I'll just leave it alone.
I think you can change it though. I think they allow you to edit the @ thing. You can't do it like every day. It times out, like you do it like once a month or something. Your channel won't change, like people will still be able to find it, but like you can, I don't know, I'd have to check that, because I think I changed mine. But either way,
I would have to look.
Yeah, either way, we are here, and this should be a good one. I'm gonna see, let's throw the stats up here. So they have run 13 races. This is race number 14, also known as playoff race number 1 of 3. Brian Lovell, Ken Roberts, Greg Lovell, Mike Mangiolati, Robert Braidloft, Ulysses Sandoval, Randy Waugh, Graham McDonald, Billy Ellison, Keith Biden, Tim Anderson, Garland Oakes, Greg Palmer, Bobby Farrell, Brian Rawson, and Denny Carroll are your 16 playoff drivers. Points will continue to track for everybody who joins in. And this is a odd number. No, this is an even number race, so they actually do qualify. I believe here at Primetime. Odd weeks they lotto, even weeks they run it. So it's technically be race number 14, therefore they are running it.
Line underway at the moment. I'll keep an eye on the timing sheet. It looks like just based on the TeamSpeak turnout, I'm seeing 22 drivers. So that's a pretty good field for one of these super speedway races. It's definitely a track that you'll see all 3 lanes working, bottom, middle, and top lane. And usually the top lane is going to be where you want to try to make your forward progress. But bottom lane, of course, the shortest way around, but tends to be a little more mishandling at a track like kind of how this version is configured. It's essentially Talladega, but of course modified a little bit to house Primetime. So what we're going to be seeing who's got the super speedway prowess. I know it sure as heck ain't me most of the time. It's hey, we have some fun with it. That's kind of the crapshoot with super speedway racing. You never ever know.
No, and that's the thing here too. At Primetime, like you were mentioning about the track, retextured track, I forgot to mention, of course, the man responsible for the texturing and the edits, John Godfrey, usually runs the 7-Eleven. He is here this evening, which is always cool to see John. Anytime you need a track customized, he will customize it. And this Talladega is one of those tracks too that's never actually changed from the one that was launched in 2003 with the game. Everybody just kind of modifies it a little bit here and there. There is, I believe, the Talladega 2023 was actually a rebuilt version, I think. But super fun track. People love it. Okay, I forgot to fire up my tickers, and I noticed Dave Little in the chat saying he loved the music. I'm like, yeah, there shouldn't be any music. So I just turned that down too. How professional. It's my first day. You got to start somewhere. But yeah, if you're wondering, we're taking a chance on that one. I've been listening to the brand new Corrosion of Conformity album like nonstop the last couple of weeks. It's a double album because they haven't had any music in a while. And it's just good old grimy Southern, you know, they're from Louisiana. They've been around since like the early 90s. And they're just doing like Bayou blues rock. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's rock and roll. So if you like ZZ Top, you'll probably end up liking Corrosion of Conformity. But
Drivers, to your car.
we'll see if the video gets flagged. maybe they don't let it. Maybe they don't like us using their music. Come on, COC. We love you. Let me get away with one.
They'll be fine. Although,
They're watching. Of course they're watching. Why would they tour a new album? They're just sitting home watching Tarnation TV and Top Drag Show. That's what they're doing.
Hey, that's what you should do. Just don't say the word that the initials of the band creates. That's all I'll say.
No, don't do that. Yeah, Corrosion of Conformity, awesome band. My brothers and I, we've actually seen them live a couple times a while back. And it's, always a fun time, but it's always a rock show. It's cool because when the show's done, they come out like about 15 minutes after they clean the stage off. The boys come out and have pints with the people who hang out. So if you're willing to hang around after a Corrosion show, Pepper and Jimmy and all those guys, well, Jimmy's not in that band, but it doesn't matter. They come out and hang out with the fans, which is pretty neat. It's just old school rock and roll, right? It's neat to see that. Because they could just go hide in the trailer, right? But all right, let's get Free Cam fired up here so I can start floating around this awesome track before these guys get going. They just wrapped up qualifying. Did you want to read down the list?
I got you. All right. So, pole sitter Tim Anderson in the 33, a lap time of 52.436. Going to be to the inside of Brian Lovell in the 44 with a 42.450. Greg Lovell in third, then Ken Roberts. So that is a top three lockout for the Big Stone Gap drivers. Like I said, Ken Roberts fourth, and then Randy Waugh and Denny Carroll, Mike Mangialardi, Pat McCarskey, Perry Bone, and Robert Spring, the top 10. Also, turn-in lap times for Josh Slocum, Graham McDonald, Ulysses Sandoval, Poppy, and Bobby Farrell, top 14 drivers there, and they all took laps. Also starting tonight in this order, Alex Moe, Brian Rawson, Terry Bombard, Mark Paglia, Billy Elliser, John Godfrey, Javier Negron, and Cody Lamas. Full 22 starters for tonight.
Yeah, you can always tell when the Florida Panthers aren't playing in Florida. But when they do not play in Florida, Cody Lamas will be here racing. He has season's tickets, which is fun because unfortunately, the Ottawa Senators beat the Panthers yesterday, and I think they're in Toronto tonight. They're sweeping through Canada here, so it's like we're beating you. But I mean, who cares? They've won the last two cups, so they've won the last two cups, and it's actually been pretty close between Calgary and Edmonton, and it's like we always get beat by teams from Florida.
That's just the way.
When I say we, I mean Canada.
Floridians have just such a different energy to them.
I love how hockey is so awesome in Florida, though, man. Like it's always the Panthers and the Lightning are amazing. It's crazy.
You would never think it, just given like the obvious circumstances, but
yeah,
there you go.
People love their hockey down there. There now the tickers are running. A couple of reboots later, we got it all figured out. Free Cam is working. Thanks to Tyler Mallon for Free Cam. If it wasn't for Tyler Mallon, drives a 68 car, not in this race today, but he's the reason that we can make all these cool camera angles happen. We were talking before, I was talking to Kelly Cossey before the race here tonight. He's got the Elmo 200 coming up there next Saturday on the 18th. And, Tyler Mallon, James Hodge is another guy. James Hodge is actually racing in the race. I'm like, oh, that's really cool because Hodge is responsible for a lot of really good templates. I believe I have a lot of James Hodge's graphical updates in the game as well. He's got like he's the reason for all the different smoke effects, different sparks, different grime on the windshields, different skies. I don't know if he does the skies, but different templates. Like there's a Honda template on a few of the mods, and he's always responsible for the Hondas. I don't know. He only does Honda templates, which is kind of neat. And then all the scene renders, if you've ever seen people post screenshots of their cars and it looks like they're sitting on a real track, those scenes were created by James Hodge in Blender and put online for free. So, you know, if you want your car to look like it's running down the back straightaway at Charlotte, then check out James Hodge's website. So that's cool. He's in that race. So many people. You start dropping names all over the place of people who contribute to the NASCAR 2003 community and have for, I can actually say, decades now, because it's been out 20 plus years.
23 years as of February, I do believe.
Wow. I love it.
And still going strong. I mean, Maverick is going really, really strong. Hobo still gets 20 plus. We got 20 plus here tonight as well. Leagues are still running all over the place. You and I often bring this up whenever you and I commentate together. Is like, sure, it's not in its heyday anymore, but it's still a very, very strong community that runs dedicated every week. And no matter who it is, you're going to get some dang good drivers out here wherever you go. So it is still going mighty, mighty hot, even after 23 years.
I wonder if the heyday, though, it's kind of got like a second wave, because I find I follow NASCAR 2003 on Reddit as well. And there's, you know, we're in cahoots with these leagues, right? Like Primetime, ASR, RTG, Maverick is a little bit in a different lane, because a lot of those drivers, we don't really see them in these leagues. Ulysses Sandoval is literally everywhere. But to get over broadcasting with Maverick on Tuesdays is cool, because there's a lot of new drivers over there and a lot of really cool people we get to talk to. And it's kind of like, wow, I've never met half these guys before. There's stuff going on that we don't see, I find. Like what is update 16? What's that? I just found that today on Reddit. I don't know what that is.
You got me on that one.
Yeah, did someone put out another 4 gig patch, and then it's a 16 gig patch? I don't know. Like, I'm going to start researching this stuff because it popped up on Reddit, and I'm like, what are these guys talking about? Because there's all these different modified executables. And so here's a neat thing before these guys get going here. Speaking of Ulysses Sandoval, he posted a clip, a file online that you could drop into your spotter folder. And not the spotter folder. It's the driver start your engines sound effects. He found a clip of Bob Dixon doing the grid up ribbons. So
that's awesome.
Graham's like, hey, can you use this in the broadcast? And I said, yes, I'll just push the button right now.
Grid up ribbons.
So there you go.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Bob Dixon. He will live on forever. We found the clip. We were actually trying to find that clip for the race they ran here in honor of Bob. I wasn't able to find it. The problem with me is when we broadcast, we're not in the TeamSpeak room, like in the main channel. I'm like, oh man, I know it exists, because I think it's like, I think Slocum and Rawson, there's guys that stream live. Those guys would have that clip. And I guess Ulysses was able to find it. So now we've got it. I can push grid up ribbons whenever I want.
Tractoids will live on for a long time. I am still so honored to have been a part of that race.
That was a very cool race. I think it's one of those races that'll just get bigger every year, much like the in honor of Dave Cannon. I'm over at SMO, the Hawk Tribute race. what is it? Number 7, Jamie's father.
Oh yeah.
Tedder. Is it Ken?
I don't think so.
Wow, I can't remember.
The name is escaping me. I'm so sorry.
So sorry too. We do the race every year. Have the last 3 or 4 years. I can't remember his name. I think it's Ken. Number 7, Ken Strong. I think because it's his name's Tedder, but the word Strong isn't his last name. But pretty sure it's Ken. Sorry, Jamie. But anyway, like all the
ready to get going.
Yeah, all the members, all the drivers who have fallen over the years, and then we always have these little tribute races. It's super cool. Pace truck getting out of the gosh darn way. So we are about to start the playoff rounds. This is race number 14. Primetime Racing League, the Friday night Superspeedway series, of truck series, of course. One of my favorite truck mods, the Camping World Series 2015. Let's get this thing going. 76 laps on the clock. Thanks for watching, everybody. TarnationTV.com. And I do love who is rocking. I can never remember who it is. Who's rocking the Maximum Overdrive? Bombard. If you've ever seen a movie called Maximum Overdrive, that's what the transport truck looks like. With the big goblin face attached to the front of it. It's like a sort of like a horror movie, but 80s like action horror movies were always just wild. The vehicles all have a mind of their own. They get like possessed by like a spirits or something. I can't remember. It's a lot of fun. And by the way, soundtrack, awesome. AC/DC. It's easy. It's got I should look up the Maximum Overdrive soundtrack because it's unreal. It's worth watching just to listen to the music.
Oh boy, here we go. Already some dice in here. Denny Karras saying, "Nah, man, give me the lead."
See, I'm thinking it's a good line though for Anderson to be in the middle like that, and he's in the playoffs too, so that's where you want to be.
They got all playoff drivers, I think. Perry Bone is currently the highest running non-playoff driver in the 60 there. He's third on the inside. Josh Slocum is down there as well. He's not in it either. The top 5 drivers on the outside lane are all in it, although now Ken Roberts is going to go up to that third lane, which is already making some headway with, I think it's McCursky and Brian Rosson up there.
Waugh changed his mind. So did Lovell. They're going to leave those guys in the middle sitting.
They're not afraid to make moves here on lap 3 of 76. Yeah. I mean, it's a 22-car field, which is not the biggest field in the world, but it's also permits you to, I don't know, maybe be a little more aggressive. And the track position you're going to lose isn't too bad, although now Anderson and Lovell are going to get sucker hold here. Whoa! Man, these guys always bring the heat whenever we come to one of these super speedways.
Yeah. I like the 20 to 25 range because it's a little bit more than half capacity and there's a lot more space. So especially on a track like Talladega, you get that bump draft will kind of ripple back through the field. Now in a 40-car field, you do have to race different when you're in the back. You know, if there's 40 cars out here, 40 trucks, and you're in the back, you got to watch for that ripple effect because it just amplifies its way through the field. With 20 cars, it fades away pretty quick because there's only 20 guys. So it is, like you said, it's a little bit more, it's a 20, 25 drivers. It's pretty sweet because like you were saying, they can get more aggressive.
I mean, I've had fun in 40-car super speedway races. I've enjoyed 8-car super speedway races, albeit from a streaming standpoint. I don't know how much fun that would be, but when you're in the 20s like this, it's like you said, the checkups usually aren't as bad. There's definitely still going to be some checkups. I would be watching for that toward like the middle of the middle of each line, but at the same time, you can afford to be maybe a little bit more aggressive, and then you won't. That even if you do end up getting sent to the back, you're not going to lose so much momentum that you might be in jeopardy, and you can try to work your way back forward a little bit more easily. So yeah, that's kind of the luxury of this, and it's still a big pack though. So there's gonna be a lot going on. I mean, heck, we got Josh Slocum up to try and take the lead here from Randy Waugh if this push from Sandoval continues, and
Yeah.
outside of a couple guys that started at the back and have just been kind of lingering back there, I think just about everybody in this race has been back to front already, and we're only 5 laps in.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And then with 20, with 22 trucks on track, there's a little bit more people to work with too. Like you might end up finding more friends out there too, compared to like a smaller field down around 10. A lot of different things can happen, and it's not as crowded. So it's a good little number.
You can get that third lane working a little bit easier too. And when they're side by side, I would say the line that Slocum and company are running right now is generally preferred. But when you get that third lane going, that kind of stalls out the momentum of the middle. And then next thing you know, the bottom side could even become way more competitive. So, excuse me, ebbs and flows, as that is a move from Tim Anderson, going to bring some guys with them. But ebbs and flows, that's how that's the name of the game in any Talladega race, and this one especially.
And I find with that third line, when the third line gets up there, they can crowd that middle line, and that just sort of, like you said, sometimes you can scrub speed off those guys. It's like it's not. I know you can't like really side draft in this game, but it almost you can bully them a little bit with your door, and kind of get the same effect sometimes. But this track in particular, the settings underneath it, like we always call it the INI file, which is actually the configuration file. It's just a notepad file, a bunch of numbers. It was, tweaked and edited to make it a 3-4 lane track. And the setup these guys are running in these trucks, combined with those settings in the track, this is like, I believe this version here, like Primetime Superspeedway, is probably the best version setup wise and configuration wise that we've ever seen. It's so many great finishes. I've seen photo finishes 3 wide, right across the front. You're like, oh, they're 3 wide and we don't know who won. We got to wait 5 seconds for the game to send you a number. You're like, okay, there it is. But like, wow, some great racing here.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Yeah, I'm right there with you. What Primetime and RTG have done to Talladega and their respective versions is absolutely incredible. Again, having been lucky enough to run on this version a few times, it will test you, especially when you're on the inside lane. You just saw Tim Anderson kind of suffer from that, where he was trying to keep it pinned on the inside lane, and the truck said, no, you've got to be ready for that little bit of a push up the track when you're on that inside lane. And there he goes. He just slid up just a half lane there again. That's going to check up that inside, and now Slocum is going to come right back up here, and that outside is going to get the momentum again. So that's the big thing. It's like, sure, it's the shorter way around, but it's the handling of it is not as good when you get up to that middle lane. That the 2 and the 96 are running way more momentum because of the fact that the truck just sticks, and there's really not a lot that you have to do with it. So that's what makes this version and versions like it so competitive and so exciting. I would argue that the game track, at least the modified iterations of it that I've run, the inside lane is almost too mishandling. And therefore, you can't get the inside lane to work whatsoever. So it strikes a good in between, like you were saying.
Yeah, this is great all the way around. It's still my least favorite line, but I can drive down there on this version. And like you said, I do find some other versions of Talladega. It's way too squirrely down there for me. Probably just my physical wheel setup and, the game settings and sensitivities and all that kind of stuff. Just, you can make it work, but this is the one. Have you raced on the new RTG version 4 with the widened pit lane?
A couple times, and it definitely makes a difference.
We were using it all yesterday. Holy moly. We had 20 cars come into the pit road, and they were 4 wide coming down there, no wrecks.
That's why they did it. I think that was another Godfrey creation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. Yep. Yeah, he actually took took the track into Sandbox, the software you would use to build tracks, and was able to add an extra lane down pit road.
Some other names I want to mention here that we're starting to see come forward here. Mark Paglia, that blue and white number 28 is coming up here. Oh, goodness. Sandoval's going to say, see
I
you,
just going to
Josh.
say, like, what happens?
Yeah, Sandoval's been pushing Slocum this whole time, and now he said, hey, let's go for it. Got Ken Roberts with him. But I was just going to say, hey, one of his Wrecking Ball teammates, Javier Negron's coming up here in the 40.
Yeah.
The third car now on the outside.
Yeah, great push from Roberts to Sandoval there. Now, do remember as well, we are running 2x frequency, which means tires and fuel will fade away twice as fast as they would in real life. So you're not going to get 40 laps. You're going to get about 19.
Got about 6, 7, maybe 8 laps until these guys are coming down pit road. It's another thing with we were talking about the field size about in the 20s here. When it's a full field, that gets sketchy because you're going to have guys that might be running out imminently, and yet they're trapped on the outside lane. You got to either hope that someone's being generous enough to check up an entire lane just to let you in, or you're going to be in trouble. At least with this field, that might be a little more doable, a little safer, being able to get down there.
At the same time, you don't need to worry about it, but then you've got to trust that you can both hold on to it when you're literally you're coming out of turn 4 doing 200 miles an hour, and you've got to get it down to 55 at a couple hundred yards and hope to lock it up.
Yeah, and hope that everyone behind you is paying attention if they are staying out.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the name of the game here soon enough, because everybody is starting to get the bottom lane is starting to prevail here. And I think that's because of the fact that we are nearing that window. We're on lap 14, right? 18 to 20 is going to be the window that I'm looking at here.
Right.
Uh-oh. Whoa,
wow, Rawson sweeping, so I'm not seeing things. Somebody turned on the microwave.
That was not just you. I saw that too, and thankfully it settled down. I think Tim Anderson saw that, checked up everybody, not wanting to be involved in anything, but good thing everything has settled down for the time being.
I'm just flipping pit lane 2 around so we can watch the entrance. I never understood why the pit lane cameras have their back to traffic. And use free cam to flip that thing.
I often forget the fact that I took the original Talladega camera file and put it in this track. So the angles that I'm seeing are actually different to yours.
Right. I'm using a custom one from Reddit. I always, again, we talk about contributors to the community. There's a guy on Reddit, his username is NR Clips, and he posts cam files for tracks, and he'll try to mimic actual broadcast stuff. And it's pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
So this is like an NBC, CBS hybrid sort of thing, right? He's just taking inspiration from the actual broadcast that would happen on TV. And the spectator cam is my favorite because it never cuts. It's just like you're a dude sitting in the back row on the front straightaway. But the good thing with it is that it zooms in so you can see the back straightaway, and that's when we get like my favorite camera of all. I switched to it coming out of turn 2 a lot to see the bump drafts.
It's a great angle for that kind of thing. I think it's Keith Bynum in the chat. I just saw there Keith B. There were 2 Keith B's.
Yep. Yeah, ATV Club, that's him. Yep. 6 car is warping. Yeah, we saw that. That was crazy. It came back together pretty quick, though. It happens to some guys sometimes. Chuck McClure was having some issues with that yesterday.
Spring falling back here. We're on lap 17, so I don't think we'll see him this lap, but I think next lap we'll start to see it.
Yeah, we'll be watching for people breaking break into pit lane here on pit lane 2 cam. Riding on board with Sandoval.
Sandoval looking really good. Of course, a very experienced pusher and leader in Ken Roberts behind him. Brian Lawson. All 22 of these guys, I think, are more than capable of winning this thing. I'm just going to say that right now. All these guys are so experienced and know the ins and outs. It's just a matter of execution on pit road, which I think it wouldn't surprise me if we see some takers this lap. Survey says.
A couple in the back. Oh, this one.
Is that Ellisor, probably?
Is that Ellisor? Yeah. 26 of Billy Ellisor by himself, though. Might not be. I wonder if he had a buddy and his buddy left him hanging, because you don't want to go down there by yourself at Talladega.
Gilardi really got the apron there. He's going to be hoping at this point for pit road calamity that brings out a caution, which is rare, honestly, because they usually don't spin back out onto the track. But yeah, we're on lap 19.
Yeah, there's no way I think that anybody, no one can go one more. I don't believe that's going to happen.
Maybe.
Do you think?
Some guys in the back, maybe if they've been just partial throttling it, I think they might. But let's see.
Oh, yeah. They are staying out.
Whoa, Slocum.
Slocum around. That's hard damage.
Gets into Greg.
Oh, the 44 there.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been. I saw the 44, Brian Lovell. He ducked back out onto the track. Good call, because he might have been collected in that. So I'm curious now if the 44 is going to be able to make it. Because he's not, he has no drafting.
Yeah, this will cost him the draft for sure, but hey, at least didn't cost him a race car.
Yeah.
We had 6 guys stay out there. Ooh, Javier Negron's running out of fuel. Yeah, he ran that thing bone dry. Everyone just breezed on by him.
Okay, so the blue truck there you see in the back, he is out of gas, you're saying?
Yeah, as long as he can just
roll it.
Keep some means of power on it, which I don't think he is. He is gradually slowing.
Karski's the only one that can help him. He'll make it. You can see the 40 pit stall right there. Just don't overshoot, because then you can't back up.
Yeah, the only problem now being that he's going to have to, that's going to cost him some time, which could cost him the draft. But we'll see.
There's the 44 still under power. He missed. He didn't miss. I think he made the right call. He made an evasive maneuver after that, after the brouhaha there last lap. He had enough gas to get back around. Lovell definitely does clutch a lot. Negron is going to have a drafting partner in Pat McCarskey.
See if they're able to find much here. Ulysses Sandoval and Ken Roberts have pretty much obliterated everybody else. The problem is now it's only 2 of them, unless they're able to merge with some of these guys up here. Let's see. It's Alex Moe actually led that crew. I don't know. We'll see how these guys merge up, and if it's going to be enough for them to get merged up together so that the group that is currently led by Randy Waugh does not catch them.
Currently focused on Alex Moe in the 48. That's a cool looking truck. He usually runs a low scheme, but that one's a little bit different. I like it.
48 and the 048s. Cody, the 048, and as you said, the Panthers scheme. Let's see what the
oh right, he's got a 40 and 048. Awesome.
Well, Randy Waugh and company are definitely going to close. Yeah, they've already got the draft on this crew here. So even though this pack just got more cars, it's going to take them a little bit to build that momentum, and yeah, it's too late. So we're going to have, what's that, 6, 10, 11. If Rawson can hold on, 11 trucks in this draft. Rawson is kind of hoping that they lose some momentum with them going side by side up there. He's just holding on by a thread right now. Maybe hoping that John Godfrey gives him some rope, but don't know. Don't know if he'll be able to hold on to that or not.
Yeah, he'll be able to momentarily. Still holding at 195. Once you get about a second away on the relative, you're going to start fading.
And yeah, once you fade, you're done.
Yeah.
But
there's cars, trucks behind them. We should have a car's truck now.
Yeah.
But they're way back there, though. That's the issue. Let me see. Rawson 1 second off, Mangialardi 5. So, yeah, he's got people about 4 seconds behind him, which is a long way away at a Talladega Superspeedway. Ulysses Sandoval currently leading this pack, lap 24.
They'll need a pit again around lap 38.
If you say so.
Uh-oh. Mark Paglia falling out of line there. I wonder what... Whoa! Not sure what may have just happened there. I'll tell you what, that might cost him the draft. I think something just went wrong with that 28. Rawson has officially lost them pretty much. He'll catch Paglia. But yeah, I think the 28 may have also now just lost it because he lost a lot of speed. So I think we may be down to just 9.
Going back on our replay here, looking at the 28 right now. He's running in the back. He moved over. Looks like he yielded.
Yeah, but if you're going to do that, you can't lift off too much, and then next thing you know, your momentum's gone and you're done for.
Yeah, and he got really out of shape there too. He was kind of wobbling all over the place.
Something may have happened there. Well, who knows? Maybe. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I just looked back at a little pack that is now formed here, led by Mike Mangialardi.
Okay.
And that is, I believe, 12th on back.
13th, it's showing Mangialardi currently in 13th.
Yeah, they'll close in for sure on the 28 and the 6 at some point in time. It's going to be a matter of when. But yeah, they're ways back there. I think they're going to need a caution.
Yeah, watching the relative there now. We are about 6 seconds away from Rawson and Paglia. You can see that little black box in the top left of your screen. Mangialardi currently in 12th spot, negative 8.8. That's about almost 6 seconds behind the number 6, who is negative 2.4. Of course, that number is the distance from the actual race leader, which is Ulysses Sandoval. But do some loose math in between and figure out how far away they are from each other. Let's see what it changes to at the line here now. So the 6 is 2.4 is 4.0. And then the 8.8 changes to a 9. So, yeah, they're gaining. Because a 2-car pack won't travel as fast as a 6-car pack will.
Not remotely, no.
Yeah.
But
they will reel them in pretty quick.
Yeah, the question then would be, do these guys have enough to even make any kind of headway on that 9-second gap? That's going to be tough because you got some of the top dogs up here in this main draft. And aside from guys like Greg Lovell, who we saw, unfortunately, involved in that pit road incident, Graham McDonald just went a lap down for some unknown issue. I'll have to check that here, but...
Oh, weird. Maybe he got a penalty? I didn't see it pop up.
I'll have to see, because, I mean, he's behind Slocum, rather, who crashed, so...
Right.
That'll tell you something.
What are you doing, Cinder? You running around? Take a pee? Dog might have to go out. She has awoken from her slumber, and she is restless.
Graham McDonald did indeed have a drive-through penalty.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's always kind of... I wonder if it shows the drive-throughs on GNL. I don't believe it does. I think it
just saw the fact that he went down pit road twice.
Yeah, that's the best part. But having, like, you can go back because you're the co-host and nobody can see your screen. And you're like, oh, let me go check that out. Boom, boom. Yep, drive through. Awesome. Unfortunately for the 24. But not a huge deal because if, like you said, you know, he'll be a lap down and they do the lucky dog thing and he's not damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
I mean,
some guys are really hoping for a caution here, and that would be both the 24 and the 2, because even though they're both a lap down, this league, I'm pretty sure, assuming they haven't changed anything, still do the 2 lucky dogs.
mm-hmm.
Catching the 44. What happened to Brian? Oh, that's right. Yeah, he missed pit road.
He
trying
had
to
to
avoid
bail,
all
yeah.
that trouble. Yep.
Yep, the dog needs to go out, so I'm focused on Ulysses Sandoval. You mind covering me for a couple laps?
Oh, I got you.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm on Ulysses if you care. Thanks. Sorry.
Understood. All right, Top Dragster has officially invaded the Tarnation TV YouTube channel. I'll tell you something to all viewers watching this. Just watching the class of super speedway racing that we are watching right now. Ulysses Sandoval and Ken Roberts. Once these two have found each other, they have not separated. And Ken has been doing an incredible job of keeping that 96 out in front. Now, granted, of course, we're not even halfway yet. So all these guys up here in the top 9 are just going to be logging laps, trying to get it to the next pit stop. And just trying to keep it clean so that they can keep themselves in this lead draft, because this is a group of guys that does not want to see a caution for the rest of the race, and the race at all. Because then you have less drivers to worry about. It's a little more stress-free. If you're anyone else outside of this top 9, you are saying, caution, please. Someone blowing it. Someone wreck. Someone do something. Your phantom debris caution. Yes, this game does that. So that's the hope for those guys. And a couple of the guys that are a lap down. Everyone here in this top 9 is hoping that 96 and 55 keep doing their thing. Alex Moe, very experienced speedway racer, often finds himself in some pretty darn good positions toward the end of these things. Terry Bombard and Cody Lamas currently the top 5. The best one,
the best truck.
As
right there.
that pack has officially caught and passed and now merged with the 28 and 6. So that is now 10th on back. All in a group here. The gap between them and the lead pack has been pretty much the same at about 9 seconds. So we got some racing going on up here.
Yeah. Great racing. 33 laps in. Green flag pit stop. I do like the green flag pit stops because they do add some drama, because anything that happens off the racing, I want to say the racing surface, it's not off the racing surface, but kind of out of the main track, they won't throw yellows out because it's out of bounds. So, you know, some crazy stuff can happen down there and the thing stays green. You know, you're like, well, I mean, but then drivers still also have to serve their penalties as well. So if you go down there and you get into somebody and force them around into the grass, the yellow may not come out. However, you'll see that driver claim it. You ruined another guy's race, potentially. You have to serve that penalty. When the race is over, the job isn't over for the administrators, because they got to skim through this replay and check all the incidents, not just the yellows.
Exactly. Yeah, Greg Lovell, I mean, who was just an innocent bystander there with the issue coming into pit road. He's running 18th right now. He's got no one with him except for Robert Spring. And he's got still about half track before he gets lapped. So, again, just another driver that I mentioned while you were stepped away there that is hoping for a caution no matter what the cause, as long as he's not part of it.
Right.
But it's going to be tough pickings as this field thins out.
Those two guys are lucky enough, Spring and Lovell, Greg, that they are together out here. Because I mean, by yourself, you're doing about 180 mile an hour. At least you can see here they're running about 190. So you do gain extra speed being able to draft with someone. Of course, the more cars you add, more trucks you add to that, the main pack is obviously even faster. So, but it's better than nothing. It's good to have a buddy. 2 buddies would be the best. Focus back on Ulysses Sandoval coming through the trioval here to begin lap number 36. What was the window you were saying? 38-ish? 40?
Yeah, give or take. Just given what they were able to do earlier, they could go 39 to 40 perhaps. As a man, Mr. Weston's in the chat there. And I was juggling it all by myself. I said, hey, the top dragster invaded Tarnation TV there for a little bit.
Yep.
And Blaine had no idea.
And I was actually awake.
You were
I
awake?
had to go let the dog out, yeah. I actually had to.
It's okay, man. If you fall asleep again, I got you covered.
Oh, man, it's been a long week.
I hope you know I'm going to give you crap about that. Just after you told me about that.
Have to do it, yeah. Watch the broadcast. You'll hear it.
The question is, I was going to say, did we actually audibly hear snoring? That's the big question.
I will never go back and watch the race. I've done it twice. I will never. The RTG race was the worst because I think I was out for about 20 minutes. But the thing is, Cole and Matthews call the race, so I don't have to do much talking. The race is done. I kind of shut it down, do the replays, and then I just out. You know, I was probably running on 3 hours of sleep. But
your body needs to sleep when it demands it. It's like, all right, enough of this.
At least it knew to do it after the race was done. But yeah, it's wild. I left those guys hanging. I mean, they do all. I mean, the deal is over there. Like I run the production, they run the commentary, so I sort of stay out of it. Like not completely. I do chime in, but yeah, that was not a good. I felt horrible. Seth's like, yeah, man, it's all good. You're tired. Like, I'm like, yeah, but you guys are like, I'm steering the ship here. The race was done, but either way, these guys are. Oh, you itchy. Whoa, my goodness.
I can hear that.
Yeah, he's gonna scratch the door now. Watch.
Well, he might need to hold for a moment if we got pit stops this time. Let's see.
Yeah.
And Taker's in the lead pack. No.
See,
second pack.
Running as far as they do. Yep, second pack, all of them.
Second pack. Oh,
wow. Mangialardi gets bumped.
Oh, Mangialardi gets bumped, and so does Bone. And Randy was in the grass, and we got one going airborne.
Ah, that's unfortunate. See what I mean, though, that the race will stay under green flag condition. Where's the other pack? Let's see if we can find them. Here they are.
And they're still out there on the back stretch. I think we'll see. Let's see. Is it going to be everybody? You're going to have some stragglers. Somebody says.
All of them.
Brian Lovell, but he's a lap down.
Oh,
and
those
clean.
guys nailed it. Yep. Perfect. So Lovell's going to go around one more because he can. I kind of wonder, like, is that a smart move? Because then he's out at the draft, but I'm like, you know what? This thing's been green the whole time. Why not just go that one more lap?
You might as well.
That may come in handy later.
And you get to a point where you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go nuts, and whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your race is already kind of sideways. So,
well, and you might as well use the one lap because later in the race, maybe that one extra lap of gas, he's gonna have one more lap of fuel than everybody, regardless, right? So here he comes now. So it may play a factor.
You got the 248 cars or trucks. Darn it, now I did it.
Yep. So Ulysses went in first and came out fifth. Your new leader, Alex Moe.
That's big. So We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tim Anderson has fallen off, as has Bombard and John Godfrey. Oh boy. Then you got some cars from that secondary pack that actually might close in on Godfrey. So, yeah, we're only down to 6. And I think we've totally neglected to mention the fact that Denny Carroll's been a part of this pack this whole time, too. And now he's going to be second as they make the move on both those 48s.
Got a message in the YouTube chat from a buddy of mine at work. Told me to check my text messages. This is a very pressing question. Hey, now, I know you're streaming. I need to know a very important question. Chocolate chip peanut butter crunch, chocolate almond fudge, chocolate peanut butter and banana, chocolate chip, white chocolate macadamia, oatmeal raisin walnut, cool mint, or chocolate brownie. Choose 2. That's a lot of words. Now I'm hungry.
That's too many options. That's way too many options. Come on now.
So I think he's talking about Cliff Bars, because I recognize those flavors because that's all I eat in my truck.
I'll keep it simple. Give me the chocolate chip and the oatmeal raisin.
There it is. There's your answer, Josiah. Chocolate chip and the oatmeal raisin. Do it.
I love oatmeal raisin cookies, and I'm a heathen for it, and I don't care.
Oh, I'm with you.
Rod also called you out and said you were snoring up a storm.
Yeah, and the dog does too, which is crazy. So it was like we were snoring in stereo. I blame the dog during the broadcast, but then I'll always just yard myself in the next broadcast. So because that happened 2 days ago, now I can reference it because nobody's watching.
John Godfrey has a problem.
Oh, really?
He is off the pace.
Uh-oh.
And coming into pit road.
He's under power, so
he's speeding down pit road. I wonder if he's calling it a race. I will admit, I do notice that with John sometimes. It's like once his race goes sideways, he's like, there's no point. Get me out of here. I don't even think he's in the playoffs anyway.
Yep, he's gone. Okay. John Godfrey in the 7-Eleven decided to call it a day. And we did see Ken Roberts take the lead. And there is that streamlined lead pack led by Roberts, Carroll, Mo, Lamas, Sandoval, and Hua.
So of the top 6 here, only 4 of them are in the playoffs. Again, it's both those 48s. Neither of them are in the playoffs. The rest of the 4 guys are.
Both 48s. I love it. We got a 48 and a 048.
They're catching some lap traffic here. 3 of them. Robert Spring, Greg Lovell, Graham McDonald. Not been a great night for that 24, but
only because of the penalty, really.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's all it takes sometimes.
But when you're in a league where you literally nobody ever brings out yellow flags, like it's just such good racing, you can't get those laps back.
Well, that's Bobby Farrell in the 8th place. I think now 7th, actually. Relatively speaking, I'm actually not that far from Bobby Farrell. Or Greg Palmer, for that matter. Greg Palmer, if you're hearing this.
Oh, you mean like geographically? You mean like geographically, like on the map?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They're both Delaware residents, so they're about 3.5 hours.
Oh, cool. You guys should go to breakfast at like IHOP or something.
I know.
It's some pancakes.
It's not a bad play.
Nothing like a big old stack of pancakes.
We're
talking a lot about food tonight.
Are you hungry, good sir?
No, I had a great dinner. Came home, and the wife had a noodle thing going. It was awesome. I'm topped up.
Yeah. Gotta get you down here to be a part of that or something.
On my way.
On my way.
I have my passport, so I can do it. 20 minutes from the border, I'll be in New York State.
Oh, hold that thought for about 30 laps. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, logistically, I don't know where Delaware is. It's East Coast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
If you're, I mean, you got New York, you got PA, and then Delaware's just kind of hiding in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've got the border crossing right here close to me is like 15, 20 minutes away in Lansdowne, which is the Ivy Lee Bridge, which turns in Ontario, it's Highway 137, but then once you roll off the island on the other side, it's I-81.
Wait, that I-81?
Interstate 81, yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know that's a big one. It goes right down, so you're
Oh
probably,
yeah,
you've probably got
I-81
a 81 in where you are.
I-81 is literally like 10 minutes up from here.
Right, so I could get on the 81 and just keep going and then just watch for you waving and then, hey,
Oh,
Andrew.
yeah.
Hey, Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, so
I will
130.
happily take you to IHOP.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. We're pretty close to the border. We can be over there pretty quick.
I need to get my passport, then I can just do the opposite. Just go up there and
or
see
do
you.
that. Yeah, exactly.
There's Billy Ellis or a lap down. There's a lot of cars in this pack now, but only 6 of them are on the lead lap. Now this
right,
Blaine,
yeah.
I'll mention this to you though. Like this always gets a little interesting in these super speedways when all of the lap traffic starts to actually merge into the lead pack, and the next thing you know, there's more lap cars than there are lead lap cars.
Right, and I'm looking
And
at
how
this
that
going,
plays into the draft.
yeah, and I'm looking at this going like we're trucking along pretty good here, forgetting that half these cars are a lap down, so you've got a 6-car pack and you've got another 6-car pack led by Bobby Farrell. The problem with that pack is it's only 6 cars. This front pack is 6 lead lap cars mixed in with the cars that are a lap down, trucks that are a lap down. They're moving way faster. More amplified drafting. Trucks. Yikes. We need a counter. We should take like a count and then just put it on the every time we mess it up.
I was about to say it could turn into a drinking game, but I feel like that would end very badly.
Yeah.
Oh, Rod's in Vermont?
Trucks. Yeah, swing down to southern Vermont. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a... You know what needs to happen, Blaine.
Okay.
What needs to happen is the 4 main broadcasters for NRGLs need to do a meetup. I have no idea where Joe Toriansky lives, but I know that. Like, I know that you, me, and Seth aren't that far apart.
Is it really like is it Top Dragster, Tarnation, FRN, and JTN? Is that it? There's got to be more.
I mean, those are the ones that I know. Like we're all kind of tight net.
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
There's others out there.
We're talking about this community. Like we're not the only ones. It's a massive community, but there's pockets. We don't know the other ones.
Yeah. Does anyone? Yeah, that's a question, I guess, for the YouTube chat.
Like Simtrax, I know that's another one, but Simtrax does NR 2003 and iRacing. They do more iRacing than they do NR. They might have abandoned NR completely. Same thing with FSB. FSB Racing League used to broadcast NASCAR 2003, but now they've completely stopped. It's all iRacing now, unfortunately. Sean Rape over there still does it, but it's all iRacing now.
What was that one that? What was the one that Phil Lacasse was a part of? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that one. Full Velocity, that's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, that was around like, and FTF was still like the prime league to be a part of, and but then they've also made the iRacing transition.
Yeah, which is fine because iRacing spawned from this. Problem is, it's a paid service.
Yeah,
you know.
I still
if you
say
get it
though
on
that
sale, 3 months for $6 a month, cool. Play it for a year and That's what I did. I played it for about 8 months to a year or so, and then I just canceled and came back here. But, got in there and tried it out. It's really cool. But
I would still, like, if the opportunity ever presented itself, I would absolutely take the opportunity to run an LMP1 car. That seems like that would be so sweet.
in here or over there?
I feel like iRacing would be a little more conducive for that. Ugh, voice crack.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
probably. Because I know there's an LMP2, right? What's the mod in here? Late Model Project 2, I think?
well, I'm talking at like Le Mans, like
Oh,
the
Le
Le Mans
Mans.
endurance cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the prototypes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many different classes in endurance racing that I start to confuse like the LMP 1s and 2s, and I mean you can tell the LMPs and the GTs apart at least.
Right,
But
right.
I
I'm so
ain't
used
no
to the mod
aficionado on that
names
front.
in this game. You talk about Late Model
LMP,
Project.
yeah, that is late model. See, you're right.
Yeah, because there's a mod, the Late Model Project 2 is what it's called, LMP version 2.
It's a good mod. I've actually ran plenty of online races in that.
These guys are putting on a
Blaine,
clinic.
we're getting
man.
close to pit stops again.
I was going to say, these guys are putting on a clinic and we're getting close to pitting again. 2 6-packs, but the first 6-pack has got like another 6 lap down cars. So let's see. So we got lead lap cars right now. We'll roll through the field. We got Ken Roberts, lead lap. Denny Carroll, Alex Small, Cody Lamas, Ulysses Sandoval, Randy Waugh. Greg Lovell is a lap down. So is Robert Spring. So is Graham McDonald. So is Perry Bond, Elisar, Mangialardi, and Paglia. So the lead lap cars are your front 6, but huge help from those other guys making it. Oh, look, I thought Randy Waugh was going around right there. It's just they're not really pulling away too fast, but they are. Well, yeah, Bobby Farrell's down to 17 seconds off the leader now, so minuscule amounts, but they are pulling. This front pack is pulling away. Just the fact that they have more trucks.
Hey, you got it right that time.
Trucks. I love this mod though, because there's the 09 truck mod, but I think this one looks better.
This one looks really good.
I like
For
the way the
Superspeedway
09
racing.
one drives though.
Yeah, for Superspeedway racing, I think they're both great.
Mm-hmm.
The bump drafting that you can get out of both mods is excellent. The hitbox is very conducive for that.
Yeah.
There are definitely some mods that are not very conducive to that. Honestly, some of the NXS mods come to mind with that.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good mods, but just the hitbox is very different. So when you're running like roof cam, you got to really play it different. With these, you almost feel like you can be maybe a little bit more aggressive, and it's way more conducive to being able to make these lines like really go fast.
And I find too, like, I think we've pretty much figured it out with these Talladega leagues. If you're not using the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series 19 mod, the Camping World Series 15, which is the one you're watching now, or the NASCAR Cup 09, or the Nextel Cup 09, those are like the 3 really good super speedway hitbox bump drafting mods, just because you really need that hitbox to be cooperative.
Oh yeah. Although Aero 88 was
so
also
close. Oh
Wow.
yeah, I forgot about the Aero one. Yeah, you're right. That's a good one too. Because that's the
Wait,
thing
how-
here. Like
how-
you could race any mod anywhere and it's fine, but when you come out here, you're so close together all the time. Like these guys are nose to tail the whole entire race. You need to know where your truck actually is, and they talk about bumper hook a lot. And the bumper hooking is only happening because it doesn't look like you're touching the other vehicle. But the game's like, no, you are. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
an invisible barrier, right? Like here you watch the bump, it actually looks, it's perfect. We just watched the 41 of Carroll bump the 55 of Roberts, and when the bumper makes connection with the other bumper, they bump each other.
We maybe starting.
Yep. There we go. Uh-oh.
How many
That's
lap
Spring.
trucks pit with them is the question.
Spring
Oh boy.
doing donuts.
Oh, there was
no.
Bone and Elisor.
E. Professional broadcasters making noises.
There's a lot. Have you heard me?
Yes.
Mine? But that was mostly lap cars that had trouble there. It looks like all 6 lead lap trucks were just fine. So it's going to be just a matter of who will Robert Spring. That is awfully close to the wall there.
So Bombard.
Not going to matter. Not going to matter much.
Bombard level is a lap down. Tim Anderson's on the lead lap too. So Bombard and Anderson are surrounding Brian. They decided to stay out and go one more.
Whoa, Randy Waugh! Just looped it.
Oh, coming out.
Getting back on the power.
Yeah.
Lit up the rears and spun it. And he hit the wall. Oh, he did.
So Bombard, Anderson, and Brian Lovell make it in clean. Your current leader is probably going to go. Lead's probably going to go back to Ken Roberts.
Alex Moe speeding penalty.
Oh no! Moe from 3rd place.
Wow.
He was a lead lap right up the front. Where is he? The 48 without the 0, the 2-digit 48. So this will be under green flag conditions. This will be a drive-through penalty. He will not have to stop in the pit stall to be held, although he will if he's speeding again. That's the thing. Under green, you get a speeding penalty. Under green, it's a drive-through. If you speed again, then they're going to hold you. So then you go down and then you park in your pit stall. And then they hold you there. Make sure to turn off service, because if you get service, it doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that before. you get in the pit stall and they jack the car up to change the tires, and you're like, no.
That's pretty much game over. If that happens.
You're done, because then you got to go around again, turn off your service, and let the official hold you there with his hand out, and then he'll tell you to go after 10 seconds. And at a super speedway, that is an eternity. So the lead pack here now.
Yeah, we're down to 4.
Yeah. So it's Roberts, Lamas, Ulysses Sandoval, Denny Carroll, and then the lap car of Greg Lovell, the 088. He is 1 lap down. He's the first car a lap down. Not damaged. They're running top speed. So they broke away because, like you said, the kerfuffle on pit road involving the lead pack didn't affect the cars that were on the lead lap. It was the lap down guys that got tangled.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, we still got a race for 5th between, it's going to be Bobby Farrell, Brian Rawson, Javier Negron, Terry Bombard. So that's another pack of 4.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be racing each other, and maybe 5 if Tim Anderson can close in. So just by all these guys keeping it relatively clean, even though they're not going to be in it with a shot at the win if this holds, they're still going to emerge with some good results.
Yeah.
Question is, how is this going to play out for the win? Because again, you got 3 of these drivers in the playoffs, and 1, and that is not.
So that last pit stop should have been the last pit stop. They will not have to pit again. So, which puts them about 3 or 4 laps to the good, I think.
Yeah, they've got no issue making it to the end.
So I'm looking, I mean, there's a 5, we're looking at a 5, what is that? And that's a 7-car pack right there. So let's see. Farrell's on the lead lap. So is Rawson. So is Negron. So is Bombard. And you got Perry Bond, Brian Lovell, and Tim Anderson's on the lead lap. So those 2 cars there, trucks, are a lap down. But they turn this group into a 7-truck group. They could close that gap. I mean, there's 4 guys in that lead pack. I'm
20
watching
seconds.
20.6 last time by. We'll see if it changes here. Watch the number 7 in position 5 in that little black box. Once they cross the line, the 20.6 will change to a 20.6. So it was like 20.64. It went up to 24 or 20.69. So they really aren't gaining anything.
I mean, even then, they'd have to gain over a second a lap, and that ain't happening.
Yeah.
Not in this current form. But
yeah, we're
these
flirting
guys
with 12 laps remaining, and they can't close that gap.
I think the big question is just going to be how long do you wait? And one thing's for sure, if Danny Carroll goes for it, that 88's going with him.
Yeah.
So this, even though it's only 4 of them, I think we're going to see some spicy stuff going on here.
I'll leave that live ticker up there. It's faster than the actual ticker rolling across the top of the screen. The ticker that rolls across the top has to do a complete cycle before it refreshes that information right here that you're looking at in that black box. Once these guys cross the line, you'll see the 55 speed update. Right. Yeah, it did it right there. So within about 5 seconds, it updates. So it's much, much quicker.
You got Alex Moe about to go a lap down. Man, that sucks.
Yeah. Green flag racing though, man. 66 laps in, here we go. But there's been some issues on pit road, right? That's the thing. Green flag pit stops with some issues. The cars getting into grass, trucks getting into the grass.
That's usually where it
breaks
is.
The field up. You know, it's neat how this happens. And when it stays green, it's just more amplified, and I love it.
Superspeedway racing of this type is almost purely determined by how you execute on pit road and how those around you. Oh my gosh! Oh, Bobby Farrell!
Yellow's out. We're 10 laps to go. We're racing back.
So everything that we just said.
Big block by Ken Roberts. This is race back right now. Sorry, we're watching the leaders. Lamas trying to get around the 55, but the 55 hit himself real well.
He'll have another chance. He's got a gap.
Yeah.
Oh, Denny.
Big push from Ulysses, but Ken throwing the hammer. Wow, I know Ulysses is going to lose 2 spots. It was worth a shot. Look at that, though. Now it's Lamas lost second place to the 41. All right, so
we'll be going green, though. That's the big thing.
So you said who got into the trouble there?
It was Farrell was the one that went around.
Okay.
Don't know what happened. Let's see.
Back her up and take a look. First yellow of the night, Kim's at the end of lap 67?
Still 66.
All right.
At least these guys were on that lap. Okay, so... Oh! Wow.
So around Farrell.
They were starting to race it up. Brian Lovell was trying to bring Tim Anderson forward, and Bobby cut down just a smidge to try to block it. And
yeah, he tried to crowd the lane just a little bit.
And then hit the outside wall with the tailgate.
Yeah, not even a huge wreck. So I'm guessing we're going to see no way we're seeing pit stops, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Maybe from the back. If they wanted tires, those back 5 maybe, but nah, they're all
might as well. But
yeah, there's no way.
You know what this is big for? The 088 and the 48, I think they're both going to get back on the lead lap here.
Well, obviously Farrell's going to go. He's going to bash that trunk lid out.
Billy Ellis are out of the race, listed as a gearbox. Oh. Matt McCursky, John Godfrey, Josh Slocum, drivers that are out of the race. I think Mark Paglia may have disconnected. He's listed as 9 laps down.
This NASCAR official, we got to watch his step. There's no railing there. He could fall out of that tower, out of the flag stand. Who's that guy? I don't recognize that guy. He is official, though. Thanks again, of course, to Primetime Racing League and the officials, even if we don't recognize you. Hey, Graham McDonald, Keith Bynum, everybody who's in charge over here for having Tarnation TV call their playoff series next 3 weeks. That is the wrong button. There it is. So tomorrow we're back at the All-Star Racing League. Season number 2 starts. The Premier Superspeedway Series. Guess what? It's at Talladega. They use version 4 in wider pit lane. Maverick from Kansas on Tuesday night. Where are you going to be with Hobo on Tuesday?
Bristol.
Ooh. What other stuff you got coming up?
Aside from AOR, we've got the 20...
Oh, I forgot. Hobo's American Online Racing now.
Yes, yeah.
Forgot that.
But on the 24th, CCR will be returning to Top Dragster. That is their Aero 88 series. Cannot for the life of me remember what track it is, but
that's cool. CCR, Carolina Customs Racing League.
Carolina Classic.
Classic? I always say Customs.
Yeah.
I knew I was wrong. That's why I paused.
And I know that they have a couple big events in May. It's just a matter of if I'm going to be broadcasting one or both. And if it is only one of them, then it's just a matter of which one it is. If it's their Indy race, well, then that'd be kind of cool, because then that would mean that I would be broadcasting literally the day before I actually drive to the Indy 500.
Nice. You go there every year, eh?
That was my good buddy Alex, or AG as some know him as. He's been trying to get me out there for a couple years now.
Oh, I thought you went last year.
I did not. I've turned him down every time.
Don't do
and this
that.
time he's hey, when your Christmas gift from your friend is literally all expenses paid Indy 500 trip, it's like, all right,
no way,
I can't say no to that.
Wow. See,
So,
I've never been to a NASCAR race. I mean, I don't live far from Bowmanville, so Mosport's there. They don't run, like the Pinty series runs there, I think. But, or Gilles Villeneuve, which would be like more F1 stuff.
yeah.
But they do operate like Canadian version, like the Canadian series of NASCAR, Pinty's being one of the big ones. But
I've never been to an IndyCar race, so this will be a first.
yeah, the Indy 500, of course, or at Indianapolis. But there's like the Honda Indy in Toronto. That would be kind of cool to go see that. But like my uncle, not even really a race fan. Like he's a car guy or whatever. He's passed away now, but he had a chance to go to the Daytona 500, and he's like, yeah, you know, not really a massive NASCAR fan, but yeah, same thing. Went there. He goes, man, when you're standing in turn 1, you can't. You have to like brace yourself, because there's 40 cars coming by doing 200 miles an hour, and it's so loud, and there's so much energy coming off of that track, it'll knock you down. He goes, there's nothing like it. He goes, there's nothing like it. You get a chance to go, you gotta go. Even if you're not a fan, just go and hold on to that fence, because it's something else. It's like a shuttle launch.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
And that's a massive race, man. IndyCar, like the Indianapolis 5. Is it 500 in NASCAR, or is it 4?
For Brickyard, it's the 4. It's
400.
400. It's the Brickyard 400. I totally got tongue-tied there.
Yeah, because I know the 500 is the open wheel stuff, right? But
yeah.
The 400 is cool too.
Like, the Indy 500 is like the race, like in all of motorsports. It has run every year since 1911.
No way.
With the exception of a couple years there during both World Wars.
I was going to say it's gone through both wars. So
it has gone through both wars, and
Oh.
ever since World War II, it has not missed a year.
I was going to
Even
say,
even in 2020, it happened in August.
right, and it's like you can't, like the track, like it was never like discontinued, like removed from the schedule. It's literally like a world event that.
Oh yeah,
It's not like they took it off the schedule. Like everything stops, But
yeah,
that's
it's
crazy,
not,
and I do love
it's
how
not like the Masters where it like stops, which the Masters is happening right now.
Mhm.
But Augusta National, like that's all they do. Like they're
Yeah.
only open a couple of months out of the year for like
golf.
invited people, and then
Yeah.
of course the tournament. But no, Indy, they're always putting on stuff. I mean, they've got the NASCAR race, and I'm pretty sure that they run their fair share of like sports cars and
Oh yeah, it's probably every weekend. There's probably something going on. They got to make the money, right? That's cool.
Yeah,
I do like the
they've got
start finish line. They have the original cobblestone, like the original brickwork,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like some of these tracks just got such cool little history like that. Like let's take these 100-year-old bricks and just leave them, and we'll use that as our start finish line. And everybody goes and kisses the bricks. As the pace truck gets out of the way, Ken Roberts.
Only
and-
caution.
Yep. This is going to be what they like to call a shootout now. Next flag will end
5
the
laps.
race. Yep. Next flag will definitely end the race. Ken Roberts and Denny Carroll, the front row. Ulysses Sandoval Lamas, the second row. Bombard.
Oh,
and
what a
Russell.
shot.
Yeah, really. Is that good or bad? That's bad.
That's
Well,
too far. That's bad.
That's bad.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. Oh no, he's gonna get swamped.
Yeah, he's going to get railroaded, as they say. He's way
But you
too far
can't
out.
lift. You can't
No.
let them catch you that quick. So you just gotta keep your foot in and just hope. Let's see what he does.
I mean, he's even too far ahead for a bump draft. Going
Well,
into
he's
the
gonna have the
turn.
inside lane. He's
Oh,
boom.
perfect timing. Yeah, I was going to say he might hit the corner, but Cody just perfect timing. Another second would have been too late.
But now
But-
the outside lane is formed. Denny Carroll's gonna get a monster run. He's gonna have to block it, and he will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gonna peak. I know. I'm sorry. I hope I don't talk over you too much.
No,
during
go for
this.
it. Excellent timing with Cody. Cody knew he could get to that bumper of Roberts and give him a whack. And now it allowed Roberts to get up to speed and take that middle line. And Cody's going to kind of be like, if Ken wins this race, he's got to reach back there and give Cody a high five, man, because
Oh, big time. Oh my gosh.
Cody's
Cody's
going
gonna like
backwards.
crowd the ever living heck out of that outside. He's
Yeah,
hoping
they
they
are
go 3
crowding.
wide. It's what he needs.
Yeah. He's trying to claim that middle lane, but they're not going to budge.
Oh no. No, not at all. Let's see who's all on the lead lap up here. Yeah, you got a good
Yeah.
8 guys up here that can do it.
Yep. The cars you're seeing in those front 4 or 5 rows are lead lap trucks.
And you caught it. I'll give you that one. 3 laps to go.
So what's the thing here? Like, we've watched Ken Roberts, man. He has a blocking machine. He is going to throw that neon green spoiler in your face.
Oh,
Watch,
like
right
Denny's.
there. Like right there. Denny had tons of real estate. Roberts took it away.
But now the run's going to come to Sandoval,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, it's
Cody
almost-
Lamas is going to be trapped. Like, really, with nowhere to go.
Ulysses, man. He's one to watch out for. He's good.
Oh,
He's good. He's good.
Oh, man, are we going to see? That'll be a popular win if
Mm.
Ulysses can get it done. Terry Bombard is right behind him and pushing him up here. Javier Negron is here. 96 is clear, so he can go wherever he wants. And he is going to the bottom.
Oh, wow. That might
2
be
laps
too
to
early,
go.
man. That might be too early.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, it's a matter of what kind of a run Bombard gets here.
Well, it's too early if it stays green. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, boy, yeah.
You see, I wonder the block that Ken threw on Denny, if he would have just let Denny go, he would have been being
well,
pushed by
maybe. I mean,
Ulysses.
but now
Ulysses is
the
in front of him.
inside's prevalent.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to
Oh,
get
they don't wreck further back.
sorted. Yeah, I was going to say they're trying to get sorted in the middle
Up to the
there.
outside, up to the inside, come to the white flag.
white flag, and Ulysses in the middle.
Oh,
Roberts has
no,
turned.
it's Roberts.
With 1 lap to go. We're running. We're going
Did they
for
make it? Oh, Roberts is airborne.
I took out about 20 of our 25 right there.
Are they still racing back? I think they are.
I don't know. You'd have to rewind it. They're going full. They're going for it.
Yeah, they're going for it. I think we're racing back. Alex Moe's back in this.
I don't know when the yellow came out. We will definitely.
Oh, Denny.
Bombard got pushed out. They're 3 wide behind Ulysses.
I think Ulysses might have this now.
I don't know, man. Yes, I think he will now. Yeah.
Unless Denny helps Alex, that's his only hope.
Wow, man.
Not gonna
what
happen.
a finish.
Poppy!
We're going to have to rewind it, though, after. Stay tuned. We will go back and look at this in the post-race once I save up the replays. Because I'm not sure when the yellow actually came out. If the yellow came out before the trucks hit the line, that's the race. What we just watched was really awesome also.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. You'll have to do Control N when you see that flag, when you see the light come on the pace car.
The caution did not. If it's from the moment that the lights come on the pace truck, everybody was past the start-finish line, even guys that were wrecking.
That's what I thought.
Everybody was racing back.
Okay, cool. As long as as long as the first guy's over. So that was your finish then.
But if only half the field is past the line, whoever is behind the line when the caution comes out, they're not racing back.
Well, that's true, yeah, because the pace car would collect you, and then the rest of the people can go. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, it was Lamas that got into Ken. Oh my gosh, Ken, that is a ride.
The speeds are so fast here that when it comes out right around that line, I always just... You just call the race as it happens. Okay, I guess the race is back. We'll see. Because that happened a couple weeks ago. It came out so close. We thought the winner was one driver, and it was actually somebody else. Because right about here is when the yellow came out. But it happened so fast, we don't know.
Ulysses is going to burn it down.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, he burned her down so much, no.
Did he really? Yeah, there you go.
Ulysses, the Papi Sandoval. This doesn't say the Papi on it. That's the car that says it. He's got it above the door on one of his cars.
He's a cool character, and that is cool to see him win. I'm glad that I got to call that one. Again, thank you, Blaine, for letting me be a part of this. Oh, that's the ball.
Subway sandwiches. Eat fresh.
Oh, not again. Well, hey, it is Team Wrecking Ball, so...
That is true. I think he might be watching the broadcast. Don't get distracted.
Oh, he's going to do it again. Oh, nope, he missed it.
Might be something in the cup holder in here. We're going to check.
I wonder if it's a Coca-Cola. He does have the Coca-Cola on the deck lid. Not on the deck lid, on the quarter panel. Jeez. See, I'm tired too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. He is living up to the name.
Yep. The Wrecking Ball needs to wreck everything.
Man.
There it is.
Race that we thought was going to go caution free ended up coming down to an absolute shootout there, and I'm not going to lie, Blaine, that really that got the heart rate up. That was pretty thrilling.
Yeah, that's cool. Let Ulysses advertise Primetime Superspeedway. And we will save this up.
You man, getting it done.
And The server went away before I could
Uh-oh.
save the replay. That was quick. I've seen guys do burnouts for like 5 minutes. I usually try to quit earlier to save it up. So unfortunately, I lost the replay of that. Right when I was going to press enter, too, I had it typed in 2026
I think
0410.
you accidentally muted your team speak. I can't hear you.
You are correct.
There you are.
I don't know what's up with my buttons, are twisted, but yeah, right when I was about to, I typed in the file name for the replay, 2026 0410 PRL playoff race 1, and I was going to hit enter, and the race server shut down, so I didn't get the replay. Either way, what a finish. And you did go back and see that, yes, everybody that mattered. I mean, everybody matters, come on. But everybody, you said pretty much most of the field was actually over the line when that accident happened, and we were good to
Every
go.
single car was, yep.
Perfect, yeah. Like it's that front straightaway stuff, I get, tunnel vision sometimes.
Truck.
Yes, truck.
Darn it.
It's never, there's so many races and they're all cars, and then you get these cool truck races and that always mess it up. But I think everybody does, though, every time we call a truck race. It's always fun to have the counter of how many times we messed that up. But all the drivers were over the start-finish line when the yellow came out, so the race back was real.
And thank you, Rod, for the shout there.
So what was I can rewind the broadcast, I guess. What was the final 3? Who are we talking to this evening?
I know for a fact, well, obviously Sandoval, and then Alex Moe, Denny Carroll.
Cool. So if you want to, I'll grab Denny.
Sounds like a plan.
Denny was...
We're all jumping down to the review lounge down there.
Can I not?
Be checking things out.
Oh, I don't have... Oh, you do. Okay, you have server permissions. You can grab Denny. I don't.
I got you.
That's awesome. I'm in the Tarnation TV booth, and I don't have the server permissions to drag drivers into the interview room. Denny, you got us live on the air.
What's that?
Man. What a
That
finish.
caution ruined us.
Oh, it was still a fantastic finish, but watching you guys block each other is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it made me nervous too. I was trying to get out of the way.
So the way that this thing kind of goes down, you run this thing 66, 67 laps in, we get the first yellow, but all the green flag stops, some trouble on pits and everything, breaks everybody up. But everybody kind of tucked into pretty good little 5, 6, 7, 8 car packs,
I think we had 4 trucks in contention before that first yellow come out.
Yeah, it was 4-4.
Yeah, 4 of us had 22-second lead over 5th place or something. I didn't want to see that yellow.
No, there would have been a lot of you guys that wanted to stay green because you were just in perfect sync with the lap down trucks to just keep on pulling away from that second pack.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I took my time. I needed to lead a lap for points, and I figured I'd get one for the end, and I was too patient because I didn't get one.
Oh, okay. What's with the fuel strategy and stuff? Everything was fine, eh? It was a 3-stop race, and that was basically it. Cut and dry.
Yeah, I just ran it till I couldn't go around again and pitted.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. So the with the playoffs being I was wondering, are you a fan of how they run it here? Because some leagues do knockouts, some leagues do the points thing. So these guys are doing the points thing. I'm more of a fan of the points thing.
Yeah, me too, because, you can have a good season, and then the other way around, if you just have one mishap, you're usually done.
Right, yeah, especially with the knockout thing. Yeah, you work the whole way to get to a knockout situation, and it's sort of, it's not fun if you get caught up in stuff, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was an exciting race. You guys did an awesome job.
Well, I worked with Ken some, and Ulysses, and Alex, and that last pit stop, we lost Alex. He got a black flag.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like to thank those guys for working with me. I worked with all of them on and off a little bit here and there. It was fun.
Yeah, it's always fun watching you guys, especially out here on this version of this track. It's such a fun race. Andrew, did you have anything to toss Denny's way?
Honestly, not too much. But other than just good job keeping it clean. I know, as you said, you were hoping it would have finished under green, and then would have just been the four of you guys. But regardless, though, still got the P3 out of it. Kept it out of trouble there at the very end, and we're putting on some pretty exciting racing. So give yourself a pound on the back, man. You did awesome.
Yeah, those guys were fighting for the lead. I didn't know where to go. I was thinking, oh God, if they wreck, I got to have a way to get around this. And Rodney Solon's painted my truck, this is the only truck I drive in it, because it's a sharp looking truck thanks to Rodney.
Yeah, shout out to Rodney, man. Just awesome work.
Yeah, he painted it. I think I've ran it for like 3 or 4 seasons. It's the only one I run.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. You find one you like, you just stick with it.
Yeah, plus, there's some of them you have bad luck with. I've got a few that I like. Every time I run them, I don't get finished good at all, so I don't. I just deleted them.
It is weird how that works. It's just a paint file, but it just doesn't work.
It's bad. I think, they're jinxed or something.
Yeah. Sabotage. Well, as always, man, awesome run. Thanks for coming and talking to us. Congratulations on the 3rd place win. And we'll move our way up the podium on the way to Ulysses, who seems to have left the building, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's still here.
Thanks, guys. I just thank you guys for putting this on, and everybody that worked with me, and thank God for allowing us to be able to do this. And we'll see you guys next Friday. Oh, might see you guys tomorrow.
Yep, probably. I'll be there.
I'm winning that booger.
Let's do it.
Don't tell Ken.
Okay, we'll keep it a secret. Yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks, Denny. Have a good night. And away he goes. I don't see you.
He's in the server under a different name, but I see him up there.
Oh, he's up there in race reporter. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's got his TeamSpeak names different. Who is number 2?
The Alex Moe.
Cool.
Down there reviewing, but hopefully we're not distracting him from anything too important.
Hey, man. What's up, Alex? You're live on the air with us here. We're just you weren't doing anything important down in the review lounge, were you?
No, I actually just ran back upstairs. What's going on, guys? How are we doing?
Perfect. Well, 2nd place finish. We're going to talk to you about it. Awesome race till about lap 66 before the first yellow comes out. You guys treat us so good here with some awesome racing.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting to even be on the podium on that last green flag stop. I screwed up, hot dogged it too hard into the pits, got a black flag. I thought I was done. Like when they passed me and put me a lap down right before that caution came out, I said, "Good luck, guys."
Yeah.
But I'm just happy just to have a podium finish 2nd. That was a hell of a drive through those last 5 laps. I don't even know how I went from way in the back and got 2nd place, but somehow it happened. I'll take it.
It's funny to watch, especially because we do this all the time, like Talladega being like the favorite track. This setup in particular is always so awesome, and all the green flag pit stops, and it's just to see the main pack running with so many lap cars involved, lap trucks involved. Like, is that a concern, or do you welcome just the extra bodies being able to keep you guys rolling?
Well, obviously, any race where most of the race goes green, where we have green flag pit stops, it's going to get really spread out. Whether guys that just can't pit as fast, or they get black flags, or they get spun coming into pits, like what happened to Josh Slocum there earlier in the race. So obviously, it's going to get pretty spread out. As far as welcoming it, yeah, I mean, I was up there right with the leaders until I kind of screwed myself there on that last green flag stop. The lappers that were with us, they definitely have the power to manipulate the race. Some guys don't care. They'll run, they'll push whoever they want. Some guys will kind of just lay back and kind of let the guys on the lead lap handle it. So there's varying levels of racing respect that goes on right there. But it's just I'm not in the playoffs, so my goal tonight was just just come out and have fun because I'm not at work for once on a Friday. And
Right.
just I got some guys who I'm willing to work with, like Danny. I was trying to help there at the end, but I just saw the opportunity there on the last lap when we were racing back to the checkers, just to kind of dive under him. And it got me second place, but congrats to all the playoff drivers that advanced, and it was a fun race tonight. It's always fun when it goes green. It might not be as fun for some guys, because they go a lap down. I know Randy Wall was a little angry on TeamSpeak at what happened with him going a lap down, because as far as I understand it, it doesn't go by the playoff, who advances in the playoffs now. As far as I understand, it doesn't go by finishing order anymore. It goes by like a totality of points throughout these playoff races, so that adds a whole new level of who advances and who doesn't.
Yeah, they're keeping track of straight up just points, and then whoever's got the lead at the end of it is
It's
the winner.
like how they used to run in real NASCAR before they had the chase, when it came in 2005, I believe.
Yeah, right after the sim came out. I remember, NASCAR 2003, and then that's why we've kind of changed the way we run this game, because it mimics more of the current, like the race back to the yellow and all that kind of stuff. We cut that out to prevent accidents. But
Yeah, I've heard grumblings in a few leagues. There's, it's pretty mixed. There's a lot of guys who like, the elimination format, where it goes from, like 16 down to 8, down to
Right.
4, and then the final 4. And there's a lot of guys who just like the old Winston Cup point system that they used to run, way back in the day. Whoever has the most points is the regular season champion, playoffs or not. So, I mean, to me, it don't matter. Like I said, I'm not even in the playoffs, so I just didn't want to get in the way of anyone and wreck anyone and have anyone pissed at me. So at least I accomplished that, and somehow I drove it all the way up to second. Got myself an interview.
that's it, man. Yeah, awesome race as always. Congratulations on second place. If you want to thank who you got to thank, we'll move on to Ulysses, who ended up pulling out the win.
Yeah, shout out to Ulysses for the win. For getting the win, he was up front. He held the track position that he needed to do. Held us all off there on the last lap. Shout out to you and Andrew. It's good to see Andrew up here in the booth with you. I guess Rod might be busy tonight. I seen him in the YouTube chat. Shout out to Rod too.
He had a dinner date.
Shout out. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I hear him on that. Shout out to Graham and Keith. They do a good job running this league as always. I know Ken, Greg, there's a few other admins that help clear blacks. Shout out to them too. Shout out to Lowe's Chevrolet. All my friends, people at work, whoever may be watching. It was a good race, fun stuff. Good win, Ulysses.
Thanks, Alex. Congratulations on the second place finish. And we'll see you next week.
Possibly. I got to check my schedule.
Oh,
but,
yeah, you said you're working, yeah.
I'm not sure. It changes every week. But yeah, thanks, Blaine. Thanks, Andrew. You guys have a great night, all right?
Thanks, dude. And there he goes, Alex Moe in the 48 truck. All the way up to second place there. Mr. Miller, would you please fetch me Monsieur Sandoval?
Race winner coming right up.
Yeah. Oh, Ulysses in the house. Man, you won this thing.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Oh, not too bad, man. What an awesome race. It was up, we got to, 3/4 of the way through that thing before that first yellow came out, tightened all you guys back up, and then somehow you found your way to the front of that. You were in front of the big one there at the end. And
Yeah,
something
what
made
a
it work.
race. Yeah, what a race. I didn't expect it to be up front, because the plan was, to push the car in front of me, and, whoever makes a move, just follow them just to get an extra spot, an extra place, so I can finish second, third at best. But then that outside lane started to move. I was really surprised that I actually didn't trust that that outside lane was gonna pull away, because all the big guys, the guys that win every race, were at the bottom lane. I don't even really know who was behind me at the time, so I was like kind of anxious. Oh man, there goes the race now. We're going to the back, but then we pull away.
Everything changes so fast out here too, right? Like especially under green flag pitting, you were just in the right place at the right time the whole way through this thing.
Yeah, as the race progresses, you are planning what to do. You know, what am I gonna do the next pit stop? What am I gonna do with 10 to go, 15 to go? What am I gonna do to the guys that are in front of me, who's around me to work with? And then a caution comes out and changes everything. You just things never go the way you expect. And I didn't expect to win. I hope I win officially, unlike Saturday's race where I thought I win, but turns out I didn't.
Yeah, it's funny how sometimes it all, depending on what league you're in and the different rules and whatnot, everything's, I can't keep it all in order. What I recall you did you get spun around or something and going into the pits? I can't remember.
No,
any issues? Because there was a lot of issues on pit road, but you were able to avoid all that stuff.
Oh yeah! Every time I went to pit road, I heard somebody's brakes getting locked up, and then I see some guys getting around me back there. For the first time in a long time, a race has gone my way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get wrecked, and I'm used to getting wrecked a lot of times. And especially entering pit road, if you are in the middle of the pack with so many cars trying to get on pit road, one in the outside, you go 4 wide, and you're gonna get run over. So this strategy was different. I usually hang out in the back and save some gas to get a good stop, but this time I wanted to get as many points as I could. I hope I led the most laps. I know Ken led a bunch of laps. Hopefully I did more. I haven't seen the replay or the standings yet, so yeah, everything just went accordingly. I'm glad it went. Yeah, I'm glad it did, because usually when I get a good race, the first race of the chase, the second race is gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
I'm seeing myself second race getting wrecked out, and well, there goes the lead. And hopefully I get a decent lead with the other chase cars.
Are you able to make it the next 2 weeks of the playoffs here?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Going for that championship.
Oh yeah. This is the 7th, 8th attempt now. Because the very first time we did this track series, I finished second on the championship. So that was the closest I ever come to this championship, and then it came this race. Now I'm doing well. Hopefully it translates to the rest of the chase, because when I tend to do good at the start of every season. Maverick, SMO, I tend to do good, but then as we progress through the season, it's just going down and down. Hopefully everything goes well.
Yeah, man. Hopefully everything does, because there's so much good talent out here, and being able to get to the front is not an easy thing to do. But yeah, next week I guess we'll see you back here, and that'll be super cool. Did you want to thank anybody or do some shout outs? Let her rip.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get to report the race. I'm the race reporter, and I didn't get to tell you about the track.
It was too good of a race. We did get that yellow flag, but we totally forgot to bring you down.
Oh yeah, we got a first yellow. Where was that yellow? Oh yeah, between somewhere to go.
68, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't around that time, but then we have the second wreck. The second wreck. Everybody thought they took the caution. I wasn't looking at the track. I wasn't looking at the people behind me. I was looking at the flag. It was white. And I went about past the line, and it's like, wait a minute, we still got a race. Everybody's saying we took the caution, and I'm saying no, we got a race, and everybody came storming behind me.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just have to go, and then they'll figure it out later, because it's too hard to call that race. You guys are going 200 miles an hour. How are you supposed to call it?
Oh yeah, I'm getting experience on this, being an in-race reporter for now 3 weeks 3 weeks already. Can you believe that? 3 weeks already being a race reporter for you guys?
Yeah,
great.
Let's do it. Well,
and
all
I
right,
also
man.
took that. Yeah, I took that quote that you guys said seriously, where you guys said you're kind of decent on speedways, and and good at super speedways, but I feel like I can do more on speedways. So I went on Saturday's race to do my best. Hopefully, the rules are the rules, so there's nothing I can do. But I'm here on the super speedways to show you that I'm not the rookie that you all saw debut in that one race and blew his motor.
Yeah, not anymore. That's people are texting me while I'm doing this. But yeah, man, no, like you've come such a long way, and it's been awesome to watch you guys do what you do, and right spot, right time, right calls on pit road. Everything came together tonight and got you that win. So yeah, man, thanks for joining us up here in the booth, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. We'll definitely see you here next week for sure.
All right, see you guys next time. A big shout out to all my team Wrecking Balls. They all were there. Unfortunately, none of them had a good race, but there was always a next time. Graham has a win in this series. Kid has plenty of wins, so they have done even better than I have. It's just this one race that came my way. A big shout out to the NCRA guys, Scotty. I called him to join the race, and he was like, "Why am I to join so late in the race? We're in the chase." I forgot about him.
The more the merrier, though. There's lots of space.
Oh yeah. So yeah, big shout out to everybody. Shout out to my family that I got kicked out of my room because I'm still on the. Because I needed to talk with you guys. And as soon as I'm finished my tostadas, and then I go back to bed.
Nice. That sounds like an excellent evening.
All right, guys. See you next time. Next time I can report the race from the track.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll remember to grab you. That'll be good.
Oh, yeah. This title given by Ben Snyder, and I'm committing to my best.
The one and
See
only.
ya.
Yeah. Thanks, Ulysses. Have a good night, bud.
Later.
And away he went. As he came, he went and left. And there's probably a cooler way to say that. As fast as he appeared, he disappeared? I don't know.
Let's go with that.
Congratulations, Ulysses, on your win. How about that? We'll do that. And again,
sums it up pretty well.
Isn't it crazy how you run the whole race, 76-lap race, and then all that stuff happens in the last lap? And boom, there's your winner. You know, you can't predict anything at a super. You can't predict anything at racing ever, but I just find it amazing how so much can change.
It's fast paced. That's why we love the super speedways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's stressful when you're doing it, but man, the unpredictability of it is honestly just part of the appeal, and it's that was fun. That was really cool, and while it ended up turning out that we did end up with some more guys in it with a shot at the win at the end. Ultimately, I mean, aside from Alex Moe, who definitely recovered from that speeding penalty, and Terry Bombard, who got fourth after he had fallen out of the pack. It ended up being a good day there, but the top two, at the very least, or at least first and third, I should say, they were up there pretty much the entire time. Ulysses and Denny. So, and Cream does tend to rise to the top still, as far as the guys that know how to get it done the best on these super speedways. And congrats to Ulysses. Again, glad to have been up here for this one, and hopefully we'll be looking at joining for some more.
Yeah, hopefully next week, all these guys will be back here doing it again. Race number 2 of 3 in the playoff series here for the Friday night Super Speedway series. It's the trucks, running the trucks over here at Primetime Racing League, even though we call them cars frequently. Don't listen to what we say. They are, in fact, trucks. And we will be back here next Friday doing it all over again, seeing who can win this thing. And the points accumulation is a cool way to do it. So, I mean, hey, Ulysses is off to a good start. The race win, he's guaranteed to get at least 180 points coming out of this thing. And, I mean, taking the white flag, bomb went off in like row 5, and away we went. And there you go. But yeah, man, as always, thank you very much for coming in here in last minute notice, a couple days notice anyway, to cover for Sir Weston, who is pretty much 99% never able to make it on a Friday. But yeah, man, thank you for doing that. And what is it? Yeah, Top Dragster 2117 on YouTube for more broadcasting services.
That's the handle, yep.
But yeah, man, it's always good hanging out with you here, and this was an awesome race.
Hang on, thanks for having me, dude. Seriously, such a blast being able to call another one with you and just being able to hang out.
Yeah, man,
it's always an awesome time. You're so chill, and we always have a good time.
Yeah, it's always good fun. We got a good vibe, and it's we try to help each other out. And you'll see me over on the Top Dragster channel, and you'll see Andrew over here on the Tarnation channel. So thanks to everybody, of course, in the YouTube chat who was interacting with us tonight. We're over 100 hits, which is always mind-boggling that 100 people care to actually or click on it anyway. It clicks, not necessarily unique, but 100 impressions on a video that I would never think in a million years people would want to watch this stuff. But then I look at the stats, and then we're not in the millions, but it is kind of neat that people still love this old simulator, and I think we will all love it forever. It'll never be replaced. People were talking about that new NASCAR 25 thing coming out, and I'm like, yeah, that might be all right. We're all still here playing this, so. As always, too, Graham, Keith, everybody over at Primetime Racing League, John Godfrey for building the track, and of course all the drivers who drove these trucks around in circles all night and put on a fantastic show. Thank you very much, Andrew Miller from Top Dragster. Thank you to all the drivers, all the admins, all the people who watched. We'll see you next time. And always remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.